Hey guys, it's Hailey, and today I decided to sit down and film a what I've made for my classroom slash what I've purchased for my classroom so far this summer haul. If you're new, my name is Hailey. I'm going to be a fourth year teacher and I'm going to be teaching third grade again. I taught third grade last year. My first 2 years of teaching I taught fifth grade, and I can't believe I'm going to be a fourth year teacher. Like, that just sounds so strange. Somehow I'm still buying stuff every single summer. If you're a teacher, you know, like, each year that goes by you kind of tweak little things and you get new ideas, and yeah, I'm trying to keep it as minimal as possible, but stuff just accumulates. I have some books to show you guys, some different like DIY things that I've printed, some stuff that I've purchased from like Target and Michael's, and there's actually a couple things that I'll just insert pictures of because they're at my grandma's because they're a little too large to be keeping in my apartment. I got a little bench for my students as another smart spot. It can fit like 2 kids. It's pretty big. It was way bigger than I anticipated. I got it for free on Facebook Marketplace. And then I also got 3 rugs from Target. They're the same size as my old 3 rugs, but they're a little bit more of like the warm neutral vibe, whereas my old rugs were gray and they were getting really dirty. We're just gonna jump right in. I don't even know where to start. I got these frames from Dollar Tree. They're just like gold. And I'm gonna hang these up with our 3 class rules. This is something new that I'm trying this year. Instead of coming up with like class rules together, which I know is like all about, you know, student ownership and stuff, I read this book. I read 2 books by him, Michael Linson. The most recent book I read by him was talking about having like a few pre-established rules before the kids even come into the classroom. You can have the kids take ownership of the classroom in other ways, but anything that has to do with like classroom management, he said that like that should already be decided by you. And these 3 rules basically cover every scenario you can imagine. So we have respect people, respect property, and respect learning. So that pretty much covers it all. I'm gonna hang these up in the front of the classroom, and this is gonna be a big part of my classroom management that I'm going for this year. Okay, the next thing is just so random. I got these little 3s from Five Below. They were $1 each. They're little balloons, but they're meant to go like on top of a cake. But on the 3rd day of 3rd grade, I'm going to make it a little bit special by putting one of these on each little group table. So I got 5 of them because I will have 5 table groups, hopefully, just to kind of celebrate the 3rd day of 3rd grade. I also have like a big free balloon that they can take pictures with. I did the 5th day of 5th grade the past 2 years, and it's just really fun to get the kids hyped up for, you know, being in their new grade level and introducing them to like their group supplies and like fun stuff in their classroom. So we do like a class library reveal. I introduce their group supplies and things like that on the 3rd day or 5th day, whatever grade level day that we're in. So those are super cute. They were $1 each at Five Below. Then I decided randomly to get individual crayon boxes for each student. I was doing like shared supplies, and honestly, I don't know if it's just 3rd grade or what, I just didn't like it. I didn't like the shared supplies thing. I got 24 of these, which I should probably only have like 20 kids, but I got 24 just in case, to give each student their own crayon box to have their crayons in. I got pencil boxes as well, but I only got 5 of these because I'm doing these like 1 for each group. So they'll have their group pencils in here and then their individual crayons in here. These will be labeled, and hopefully that helps with like the crayon and pencil chaos. Like, I feel like that was such a big thing for some reason this past year. Like, crayons are always disappearing, pencils are always disappearing, and I'll show you guys the labels I made. For the pencil cases, this is what the labels will look like. This is just the group 5 label. Fits perfectly. I'm so excited. I'm gonna laminate these and then tape it on. And then the crayon labels just have their number on it, like their individual student number. These will be the labels for student crayon boxes. It just has their student number on it. I have to laminate and cut these and tape them on as well. While I'm showing you guys this, I will just show you the matching labels I made for their 3-drawer carts for each group. So I bought like 6 3-drawer carts from Target last summer, and I use them to store like group supplies that don't fit in like their seat pockets. So we'll put headphones, our hardcover Wonders books, and our book bags in the drawers for each group. So I made labels for each 3-drawer cart. And then I also just made some extra group labels. They're a little bit bigger to put on the new caddies that I got. I used to have just these shorter little group caddies from the Target Dollar Spot. Then I caved and got like the bigger ones that like come up taller so that I can put the math and ELA references that I made at each group, which I'll show you guys later. Also at Michael's, I found these little nameplates. I use these to, of course, write their name on it, but it's not as like a name tag at their desk. It's for their book bag, because on their book bag, there's like a clear sticky thing I have on there, and I just slide in the name tag and use it year after year. So I just needed some new name tags because I ran out of the other ones. Then from Walmart, I got a couple things for me. I got these highlighters, which are not like the typical colors. They kind of looked different, and I thought they were really cute, like especially like the blues and stuff, and even like the purple. Like, I don't know, they're just not like the normal color. Does that make sense? I don't know. Also got these little stickers on a roll. They were in the Walmart Dollar Spot, which I have been dying to find a Walmart near me with a Dollar Spot. I finally found one. It is a little bit of a drive, but it is definitely worth it, and I'm so happy I have one in driving distance to me because I found these. I also found some like back to school gifts for my team, like little list pads. But these are so cute. They had a lot of cute classroom stuff in the Dollar Spot, but it just didn't match my classroom, so that's all I really got. Then from Target on sale, I got these. They were originally $10 and then on sale for $5. It was like summer clearance. And I got these cushions for the bench that I got from Facebook Marketplace so that 2 kids can have their own like personal space, and also it'll just be more comfortable than sitting on the wood. Oh, also for me, I forgot I bought this. I went to Home Goods with one of my friends when she was apartment shopping, and I got this for my desk. I want to clear off basically everything from my desk and just have like this little organizer with some pens, my favorite like grading markers. I actually use flip chart markers to grade papers, believe it or not, because they're just so like juicy. Like even the kids would literally tell me that, like, how are those markers so juicy? And I don't know, they just look so good and they don't dry out. So I use Sharpie flip chart markers to grade papers. I just put like a check on them. Let me know if you're like a Flair pen gal or like a, what are there, like Inkjoy gel pens, whatever I use to grade. I used to just use like pens, but I just love the flip chart markers. I also sometimes used highlighters, but they would dry out so quickly. Then in this bag, I have a bunch of books that I got for free from a nearby like local, I think it was like a church or a school. I don't even, yeah, maybe it was a school that was like giving away all these books. I don't remember, but I got quite a few. I'm gonna quickly go through them. We have this one. I found this set of books, which I know a lot of my 3rd grade girls will love. It's called The Rescue Princesses, and each book is just like a different princess. And this is like a Scholastic brand series, I guess. I've never seen it before until I went to this place, but there's just a lot of cute little princesses, so I just got all of the ones that I saw, and this is the last one. I found this book, which was a really good find, for free, because I know this is like a popular one, and I have the other book in, I don't know if it's the series or just like by the same author, a Nancy Drew book, Mia Mayhem, that's a good title. This one goes along with the Wings of Fire series, which I have the whole series, and we have most of the graphic novels, so this was a nice little addition to our class library. This is Random Magic Kitten. I don't know, 3rd graders really like the animal books. Another I Survived that I don't think I have yet. It's kind of hard to remember. A nice hardcover Magic Treehouse. I have a ton of Magic Treehouse. The Black Belt Club, 7 Wheels of Power. I don't know, it just looked like something some of my kids would like. Found a Who Was book, Who Was Susan B. Anthony, and we actually talk about her in the Wonders curriculum, so that was cool. I have a ton of Who Was books, but I know for sure I did not have that one. That was it for the free books. And then from Ollie's, which is kind of like a bargain discount store, I got these books. This one was $4.99. It's the Awesome 50 States, and I feel like also in 3rd grade they love books like this with like facts and information, and there's just a lot of like pictures. I got Who Did It First. This was $2.99. Like, these quality books are so cheap at Ollie's, so if you have one next to you, definitely go check them out. I have a lot of books like this. They're just about like people, and they have like a picture and then a 1-page like little description of their life. These look really cool. So this is Show Me History, but it's like a comic or like graphic novel style. So this one is about Abraham Lincoln, and it's just like a little graphic novel. So that one's super cute. And then I also got this one about Amelia Earhart. So those were $1.99 each. Like, that is literally so cheap for like a nice quality graphic novel. My kids are obsessed with graphic novels in 5th grade and 3rd grade. I feel like it doesn't matter the grade. And then I also got this box set of Ever After High. I know a lot of the girls like these books, and this set was $4.99 for 3 hardcover books, so that's a pretty good deal. From Target, I just had to pick up some more string lights. These were super cheap. I think they were like $3, no more than like $5. I don't remember exactly, but my old string lights were completely broken. Half of it was like dead, the bulbs. So now that is pretty much it for this store-bought stuff. Hopefully I can refrain from buying any more stuff this summer. It's not even August yet. And we go back, well, I go back to work the last week of August, and the kids start August 31st. So I still have a month of summer. But some other stuff I made for my classroom. This is actually for my planner. So I made these covers for my Happy Planner, and I'm so excited to hole punch them. I left my hole punch at school, so I can't really fully set it up yet. But it came out so cute. I have a little tutorial on my Instagram if you're interested in how I made these. Some things that I printed, these are from Miss Jacobs Little Learners. These are just fraction posters, because I feel like the one math unit that went real bad, or I felt like it was going fine, and then their summative assessment was like not really that great, was fractions. So I have some posters prepped to have in our classroom when that rolls around. I also printed out some place value stuff that I thought would be helpful to have in our classroom. That's also Miss Jacobs Little Learners. Also from Miss Jacobs Little Learners, I printed these reading comprehension strategies. So it's like making connections to the text, predictions, like all those basic skills that spiral throughout the year and you're doing them all the time. Especially when we do like our Wonders whole group, I'm always talking about these skills, so I wanted them posted somewhere they could reference. Then kind of like my biggest project, I guess, this summer was making like reference sheets for my group tables. So for example, I printed out different resources that I thought would help them when I'm like with the small group, or if they just need to refresh on something instead of asking me, they can just go find it themselves or refresh their memory. So for ELA, I just printed, it's 5 pages front and back. So like we have parts of speech. These pages are from the Literacy Loft, I believe. It doesn't actually say, but I think it's from her. So parts of speech on one side, perfect punctuation on the other side. So it just gives them like a little refresher. Like, it's just great to have as reference. Some high frequency words, because the amount of times I get asked, how do you spell this? How do you spell that? And then shades of meaning. This is gonna be really helpful when we're writing and we want to kind of take it up a notch. Prefixes and suffixes. We did a lot of work with prefixes and suffixes last year, and it would be so nice to just have, you know, a list available at their table for them. And then contractions and homophones. Just little like grammar things to help them out. So this will be at each group. They'll have to share, but there should only be about 4 or 5 kids at each group. And this will stay in their group caddy, and I'm gonna like hole punch them and put binder rings on it to keep it together. And then I also have like a math version. So the math pages that I printed out are from Lucky Little Learners. So I went through all our math units and I made sure to hit all the math concepts and put them in this little reference thing, whatever we want to call it. reference ring. I don't know. The first page, there's skip counting. This is huge, obviously, because it helps. It's basically multiplication. The multiplication chart, I think I randomly found on TPT. I don't think this is Lucky Little Learners. I think it was a freebie. But yeah, so we just have a multiplication chart in the back. Gonna be super helpful. Equal groups, that's like the first thing we talk about in math. Arrays. So kind of just like anchor charts, basically, printed on paper for their group to reference. Multiplication, area, partitioning shapes, fractions. This is gonna be so helpful. And I do let them use fraction tiles and stuff if they need it, but it's nice to just have that visual. Fractions, oh my gosh. Fractions of a set. Elapsed time, tell time to the minute, using a ruler, line plots, quadrilaterals, attributes of 2D shapes. These are all things we do. Like, it's literally, I tried to put it in order of our math units. Attributes of 3D shapes, symmetry, perimeter, and division. So those are all the math concepts. And like I said, we go through all of those throughout the year. So it's gonna be really helpful to just have this at their group so they can reference it whenever they need help with something. Wow, so I think that is everything. I'm surprised I got through everything before my camera died. If you're not already, definitely subscribe to stay up to date with all my teaching and lifestyle related videos. Lots of big lifestyle changes coming up. I'm getting married next summer. I am moving next summer to North Carolina. I will be, in the process of trying to get a teaching job out there. So just lots of things to look forward to, and I'm so excited to take you guys along with me. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.